Now joined with head coach Willie Fritz of Georgia Southern. If you have a question for Coach Fritz, please press *1 to get in the queue to ask questions at this time. Again, that's *1 to get in the queue to ask questions. The Eagles are coming off of a 37-13 victory last week on Thursday nights against Texas State. That game was televised on ESPNU. And this week, the Eagles have an open week before they prepare for a November 14th game at Troy, which will be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And Coach Fritz, before we get started with questions, why don't you give us your thoughts on last week's game and a preview of what you're going to be handling during the bye week in preparation for Troy.
You bet. I thought our guys played really well, particularly in the second half against Texas State. We had 3 turnovers in the first half. It kind of stopped us. If we wouldn't have had those turnovers, I think we would have had an opportunity to really play a complete game offensively. We rushed for over 500 yards, which is very difficult to do. Matt Breida had over 200. Wesley Fields, our true freshman running back, had over, 160 yards. And then defensively, we held Texas State at 213 yards, something like that. Besides one touchdown, in the early in the third quarter, we did a pretty good job of staying over the top and not giving up big plays. And then I also thought we played a really good game in the kicking game. Younghoe Koo had 7 touchbacks, made 3 field goals. So overall, it was a good performance by the Eagles.
Thank you very much, Coach Fritz. As a reminder to our members of the media, please press *1 to get in the queue to ask questions. Our first questions come from Steve Barrow. Steve, please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. This is Steve Barrow from the Watauga Democrat in Boone. Was wondering, do you use the blueprint from App State's game to play Troy? Since they took 3 overtimes, did you get anything out of that?
To be honest with you, I haven't had an opportunity to look at it yet. I'm traveling. I'm speaking in Mobile, Alabama tonight, so I didn't get a chance to really watch it. But I'm sure we will look at it. Troy's offense and our offense is so different that it's going to be difficult for us to, use a whole lot of that. I assume that they threw the ball quite a bit against App, and we're much more of a running team. So, but we'll look at it and see if there's some things that we can use to our advantage. Question.
I was thinking more of Troy's offense. They really like to rush the tempo. Rush is strong. They like a up-tempo type game. That's kind of what I was more driving at.
Well, we're our offensive style and their offensive style is quite a bit different. And but you're correct. If it seemed like fast tempo was, you could kind of look at those kind of different things as far as App's offense and our offense too, to see if that put pressure on Troy's defense with how they attack things as well. So there'll be some things we can look at and use, I'm sure, both sides of the football.
Will you be watching the game on Thursday night between App and Arkansas State? Arkansas State win puts you right back in the race.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. It's fortunately for us, we got a little time off this week, and we're still going to be practicing and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But yeah, I'm excited about watching that game. Anytime I get a chance to watch Sun Belt games, I try to.
I asked Scott this question too. You kind of wish you could play everybody. You don't get a chance to give Arkansas State a loss to get you back in it yourselves. Just kind of have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's one of the things we talked about at our conference meeting was, finding a way. Everybody's wanting to play, a championship game for the conference, and at some point in time, I think we will. But I'd love to be able to have everybody play everybody, and that way you don't have to schedule as many non-conference games. But each school is a little different on how they, do their non-conference schedule. There's some of us that, can, maybe play one money game per se, and some of us two, and there's some other schools that might have to play three. So it's, everybody's a little bit different in how they do it. But I do think if you could have everyone play everyone, it certainly would be easier for scheduling, and also it would be, I think it would obviously make everything as fair as you possibly could.
Of course, that might not be realistic in a 12-game schedule.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just tough to do it. But scheduling is really difficult. And finding games that fit you, and if you got 2 less games, you got to schedule it. It sure does make it easy for you.
Coach, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. We have time for one more question from a caller from Georgia. Caller, please identify yourself and go ahead.
Hey, Coach Chris. This is Justin back to the Telegraph. How you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. First question, how does it feel to be bowl eligible, and the only team in the state to be bowl eligible right now, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, it's great. We're excited about that, but you still got to get to one. There's been many teams that have been bowl eligible and have been selected for bowl, so we need to keep winning and doing the very best we can in these next games that we have in order to have an opportunity to guarantee ourselves to go to a bowl. And then obviously another goal for us is to win the conference. They need help now to do that, so that's also part of something that we're thinking about.
You guys were undefeated last year in conference and then finished 9-3, so obviously you were bowl eligible last year. But because of the whole rule of not being able to, get into a bowl with the first year, how does it feel knowing that this year you actually do have a shot to get to a bowl?
Well, I think everybody in the program, all our fans are excited about that. One thing about Georgia Southern, if we play somewhere fairly close, there's a good chance we'll bring, 15,000 people plus. I think it's also very attractive to the bowl people. So, obviously, to be the first team to accomplish that in school history would be a real feather in our cap and something that we'd like to accomplish. But we still got a long ways to go.
What are your plans for this week, Coach?
Well, we're lifting with the guys today, and I got a lot of my coaches on the road recruiting. We're going to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll actually work quite a bit with our younger guys as well during these practices. And then Friday we'll lift with the guys as well and give them the weekend off, come back with and have a good game plan together for Troy.
Thank you very much, Justin, and thank you, Coach Fritz. That's all the questions we have for today. We appreciate your time.